everybody. Welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy. I'm here to read another story. And I've got another story about our friends, the ones who had the tiger for dinner. Remember them? Well, listen to this, because this book is called The Duck Who Came for Dinner. The Duck Who Came for Dinner. Now, in the last book, the tiger was tricky and not very nice. But that duck looks kind of nice to me. So I wonder what he's doing with our friends. How did he get there? And what's going to happen to him? We need to get into this book and find out what's going on with this duck who came for dinner. Are you ready to get inside this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up, because here we go.
The Duck Who Came for Dinner, written by Steve Smallman, illustrated by Joel Drimdy. It was a windy day in the woods. Wolf, Little Lamb, and Omelet, their alligator, were chasing the clothes that had blown off the line. Little Lamb caught a sock, and Omelet snagged some pants. And Wolf caught... a little duck! Oof! Oh dear, gasped Wolf. Did you crash into that tree? The duck had a bump on her head and a sore wing. What's your name? Asked Little Lamb. The little duck rubbed her head. I can't remember, she said. We'll call you Apple, said Little Lamb, because you fell from an apple tree. Wolf set Apple gently down. The poor duck hit her little head. But she wibbled, then wobbled, and fell over. Said Wolf. I think you'd better stay here tonight. Thank you, beamed Apple as Wolf made her a sling. Then they all dug into some vegetable soup before snuggling down to sleep. Night-night, Apple. Good night, yawned Wolf. I love a busy house, and how much trouble can one little duck be? But in the morning, Apple, cried Little Lamb, what are you doing? Flying practice, called Apple as she jumped off the table. Flip, flap, 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 oops! I'll catch you, Apple! Then the fridge, flap, flap, oof! And even the wardrobe, flap, flap, flop! Poor little Apple's trying to fly, and they have to keep protecting her. I don't think your wing is ready for flying, said Wolf. How about a trip to the river? Shall I carry you? No, thanks, said the little duck. I can't fly yet, but I'm very good at waddling. And she was. Wait for us, Apple, cried Little Lamb, but Apple was too excited. Wow, she's very speedy for a little duck. Look at her go. Apple's going way far ahead. She zoomed over the top of the hill and down the other side toward the river. Watch out, cried Wolf. That river's too deep for a little duck. Omelet leaped in to save her, but they both disappeared. Splash! Oh, don't you ever do that. That duck did a dive bomb. What a daredevil duck. All the animals were impressed, but then they're so worried. Where is Apple? But Apple didn't need saving. I'm very good at swimming, Wolf, she beamed as she swam rings around Omelet. That little duck is so cool. Ducks know how to swim. They didn't have to worry about her. Days passed, and Apple's wing was getting better, but she still couldn't fly very far, no matter how hard she tried. Be careful! I'm sorry, sniffled Little Duck. I just miss flying so much. Then she burst into tears. Suddenly the wind blew the clothesline away. It looks like a kite, Little Lamb, and the apple gate gave Apple an idea. The next day was very windy too. Okay, said Apple bravely. I'll hold on to the kite as you fly it. Then I'll let go and flap. But Apple, cried Little Lamb, what if you fall? But Little Lamb, said Apple, what if I fly? Ready, everyone? Suddenly the wind went whoosh, and the kite took off and pulled Little Lamb high into the sky. Oh no, cried Wolf. How will we get her down? Wolf! Oh no, there goes Little Lamb. Apple knew what she had to do. She raced after Little Lamb. Then she hopped and flapped as fast as her wings would let her until she flew like a feathery rocket. Apple's flying. I'm coming, Little Lamb. Apple grabbed the kite string and pulled Little Lamb safely back down to the ground. Yay! Apple saved little lamb! Great job, Apple, cheered Wolf. Now let's go home. But high in the sky, Apple had seen some ducks, and she knew, somehow, that she belonged with them. I have to go, she said. But we love you, cried little lamb. And I love you, said Apple, but I have to go. You won't forget us? Asked little lamb. Never, smiled Apple, I'm very good at remembering. Then with a flap, 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 she was off. Wolf, little lamb, and Omelet waved as Apple flew into the sunset. Will she come back, Wolf? Whispered little lamb. I'm sure she'll drop in again soon, chuckled Wolf. Come on, let's go. Can we waddle? Asked little lamb. Why not? Said Wolf, and they waddled happily all the way home.
Oh, that was a good book. The duck was a good friend. Do you see what happened? The wind came along and the duck ran into the tree and bumped his head and hurt his wing, and he couldn't fly. And they took really good care of him until he could fly again. But then he had to fly off to go home, and they're really going to miss him. But they have each other, and hopefully he'll come back to visit because they made a good friend with that little duck. I like this book. I like these guys. I like that they always want to be friendly and helpful to anybody who comes around. That's really, really nice. They were very concerned about that duck. They didn't have to take care of him, but they did. They made a good choice. They chose to do the right thing and be friendly and nice to somebody they didn't even know. You know, I hope you'll think about that if somebody new comes along with you. I hope that you'll be friendly and helpful. And if they have a problem, like the duck couldn't fly, you can help them. You can help your friend until they figure out their problem. Remember, Miss Dorothy tells you all the time, the Bible says, if you want to have friends, you need to be a friend. So whoever comes along at school or on the playground, be friendly. Be nice. And if you can help somebody, help them. That's the nicest thing you can do. Be helpful. Be helpful to your friends. Be helpful to mom and dad. Be helpful to your teacher at school. Be helpful. And you'll find out that everybody's happy and you make more friends when you're friendly and helpful. I hope you'll remember that. But I hope you remember another rule too. No matter what friends you're with, when your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your teacher tell you what to do, what are you supposed to do? Obey, and obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy because I'm going to be sitting right here ready to read another book to you. Bye!
Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.